Hi, I'm Tim, welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this Greubel Forsey, you can see it, and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing something that approaches the best money can buy. This isn't the Ferrari, this isn't the Lamborghini, this isn't the McLaren of watches. No, this is the Bugatti. Absolute decadence, one of the most aggressively styled, impressively finished, and exhaustively engineered watches you can buy at any price from the company out of La Chaux-de-Fonds, founded by Robert Greubel and Stephen Forsey, formerly of Audemars Piguet Renoir Papi. 100 people in La Chaux-de-Fonds making 100 watches per year. And this is the Greubel Forsey 24 Secondes, the Tourbillon 24 Second. A watch originally released back in 2007, the 24 Second features a 25-degree inclined tourbillon that makes a pirouette every 24 seconds. It's a frenetic look and an impressive timepiece from any angle. It's a big watch, but one of the most wearable Greubel Forsey watches at 43.5 millimeters in white gold. A surprisingly agreeable 52.2 millimeters from lug to lug with sharply curved and short cropped lugs, an ergonomic masterpiece, as well as, well, frankly, a tour de force in every other regard. The watch is 16.4 millimeters thick with a 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs, so the width of the strap and the lugs proportional to the size of the case, a hallmark of modern watch design. Let's give ourselves a bit more aperture and light here, get a little bit closer, and it is a strap fit for a king. That is to say, it's king size. Very thick cut with plenty of layers of leather, alligator leather, semi-gloss on the top, large rectangular scale, the finest cut, monotone stitch. You've got that sheer construction and profile, and then you've got a white gold double deployant clasp. So I find that if you do have a small wrist, the one big up and over fold of a single folding clasp can actually pinch your wrist, and the double fold is better for a small wrist while retaining the same security you associate with deployant clasps. That is a full loop around the wrist and protection against accidental droppage. Now the case is very complex in construction. As I mentioned, this is something like the best you can buy at any price, and the price is significant. You can see mirror polished, that is black polished, optically flawless, concave lug faces. You can see how the lug is actually bowed inward, and then the case flank features a welded lug profile, so the welding is accomplished, and then all evidence of the joint is removed by hand for the black polished finish alongside the vertical satin finish, polish of the case back, polish of the bezel. As you can see, you have a lateral viewing port for the 25-degree inclined 24-second circuit tourbillon. You could see the overcoil hairspring, the 21.6 beat rate, and the entire construction of the carriage, which is entirely black polished. The movement alone is 9.65 millimeters thick, and the reason for the watch's size, its volume, and its depth is exactly what you suspect: viewing. Making the movement viewable and the tourbillon accessible from any angle. You can see black polished tourbillon bridge, and it is a tall tourbillon bridge with columns on either side. The track at the bottom for measuring the elapsed time. Remember, it's a 24-second tourbillon, so you're going to have to approximate here. But that ring is solid gold, white gold. The hands at center are solid gold. The indices are solid white gold. The dial base is galvanized silver, solid gold. And the power reserve scale for the 72-hour manual wind power reserve, yup, you guessed it, 24 karat solid gold. Now, the dial of the watch is extraordinary for its simplicity. If you've seen Greubel Forsey watches in the past, you know that some of them consider the quadruple tourbillon or the GMT can get a bit outlandish. This is actually one of the more readable and practical timepieces they offer. You'll also appreciate that there is a constant seconds display, so you can't track the seconds with the tourbillon, but you can do so with the double arc concentric scale right next to it. So adjacent to the hands and the power reserve scale, you have a substantial Greubel Forsey crown with engraving and then a lacquer inlay. Wind it up, and it's one of the smoothest and most satisfying winds you will ever encounter. Here, take a listen. It sounds as good as it feels. And if you're inclined to perhaps be a bit over-eager or over-enthused when winding your manual wind watches, know this: the twin stacked barrels are actually designed with a decoupling system, a little bit like the slipper system in an automatic, so you have that bridle style mainspring that can slip so you can't accidentally overwind the watch. Now the case back reveals handsome finishing of the highest standard. This movement, the Greubel Forsey 01, of course, 36 jewels adjusted in 6 positions. You have at least 9 interior angles on the reverse side of this watch, and you can see the glossy gleam of the ungulage on the bridges. Because it's fat, it's broad. It's a little bit like Philippe Dufour in that it is so broad that you can appreciate the mirrored chamfering without a loop. You have hand-engraved and inked Greubel Forsey nameplate and individual numbering. The bridges are made of Maillot, which is also known as German silver, a nickel-copper-zinc alloy that has been beautifully frosted. The screws, which are enormous and fire annealed to that blue color, are handsomely distributed, and you can see that the jewels are set in traditional pocket watch-inspired golden chaton. The spokes of the wheels are actually chamfered internally, and the internal circumference of the wheel likewise chamfered. There's a lovely circular Côte de Genève beneath the outer plate, and you can see that there is a solid gold and engraved tourbillon 24-degree incline signature at the flank. The depth on this side is excellent, and the timepiece simply beyond description. This is a watch that must be experienced, not merely viewed online, not merely described. I can't do it justice, but you know what? Check it out on thewatchbox.com, where dreams come true. 30 meters water resistant, so it's not an aquatic watch, but I will send you off with an image of what might be the most intriguing and immaculately finished tourbillon in all of high horology. See it on the Watchbox.